Hello and welcome back to Sentinels of the Multiverse, the video game Rook City edition. In the last episode we beat Spite, and in this episode we're going to start with the level 4 difficulty villains, starting with the Chairman. This is Chairman Pike, the sort of organizer of all of the, organized crime in Rook City. He is Mr. Fixer's nemesis. You'd think he could maybe even be Wraith's nemesis, but she's already got one in Spite. This guy is tough, manageable, but tough. Let's take a look at what he's got. At the start of the game, the Chairman enters play Master of the Underworld side up, and the Operative enters play Assassin side up. We'll explain the Operative once we're in the game. All Thug cards are put in the villain trash, so he's got a bunch of different cards. He's got Underbosses, and he has Thugs. Underbosses start in his deck, Thugs start in the trash. Underbosses summon Thugs. On this side, the Chairman is immune to damage. At the start of the villain turn, if there are at least 3 underbosses in the villain trash, the Chairman flips. So he's kind of the opposite of Citizen Dawn. You have to flip him. There is no deliberating on whether to and whether not to. You must flip him. And you flip him by putting his minions into the trash, not having them out in play. Once he flips, he is no longer immune to damage. However, he is still immune to environment damage, which is slightly annoying. Increased damage dealt by Thugs by X, which X being H-2, which in our case is going to be 2. The first time the Chairman deals damage each turn, the Chairman deals the source of that damage to melee damage. So he's not immune to damage anymore, however he starts dealing damage. He does not deal damage every turn, only when he is hit, and only the first time in a turn he's hit. But, that being said, you are not getting out of this without taking quite a bit of damage. We are going to go in with Mr. Fixer, because of course, that's his nemesis. Legacy, because of course. Visionary, and Haka. There's a specific, there's 2 specific ways that you can use this team to deal with this guy. Unfortunately with the Chairman, he can start dealing damage and getting out of hand very quickly. So if you don't draw the right cards, it's kind of just game over. We are going to go into Rook City. I hate fighting the Chairman in Rook City. It's kind of his home field. Well, let's do this thing. I've kept tabs on you, Slim. This isn't your fight. Go back to your garage. You are the man behind why I must fight again. Let's put this all to rest. Okay, the Chairman. Like I said, he is not completely unmanageable. That's not a good card to see first turn. Play the top 2 cards in the environment deck, and we've already got a card that's going to make us deal more damage and might let him play more cards. That is not a good opening. Now he's going to start playing Underbosses. This is the Deputy. At the start of the villain turn, all crooked cops regain 3 HP. At the end of the villain turn, search the villain trash for a card named Crooked Cop. Put it into play. This is not good. We do not like these. Crooked Cop, Thug, reduce damage dealt to the Chairman, the Operative, and Underbosses by 1. Let's talk about the Operative. This is the first time that a villain deck in Sentinels had more than one villain. It's not the last time it's going to happen, but I can only think of one other villain off the top of my head, other than like team villain stuff, where this happens. The Operative is her own character. If she is in play, the heroes cannot win the game because she is still alive. When the Operative would be destroyed, her character card flips instead, and she has a death power just like any hero does. When she's incapacitated, increase damage dealt by the Chairman by 1. Because of this, it can be good to get the Chairman down first. The Chairman has 10 fewer HP than she does, and she's going to be healing quite a bit during the game, so it's not quite as simple as like rush to take out the Operative. Whenever a villain card is destroyed, the Operative deals the hero with the highest HP 2 melee damage. Keep that in mind. If you're trying to get things off the board to get rid of their effects, you're still going to be taking damage from that. At the end of the villain turn, cards from the top of the villain deck are revealed until an underboss card is revealed and put into play. So these guys are working together, and we don't like it. There are multiple ways of dealing with the Chairman. Unfortunately, we've put ourselves at quite the disadvantage here. We are starting with not Legacy, which, believe it or not, can actually make a difference. And we're fighting in Rook City, which is probably the single worst place to fight this guy. So let's see what we can do here. I think this is no, that's not the style I'm thinking of. We don't need to deal irreducible damage. I don't think they ever get damage reduction. Increase damage dealt by 1. Yeah, I guess that's as good as we're gonna get. Well, let me see what other cards we have in hand here. Do we have a Brain Burn? We do! Okay, that's good. If you can play this turn 1, you're not in the clear, but it does help because it gets all the thugs out of the trash so underbosses can't summon them anymore. If by some miracle we can get that Crooked Cop into the trash, no, we can't. Okay. So let's just get started, I guess. Also, remember, Mr. Fixer can do powerful things, but if he bricks and just has an awful game, we're basically fighting this with a 3-hero team. Fortitude is a good card to play in this kind of matchup. I was really hoping for an Inspiring Presence. Yes, let's get rid of that now. Okay, and I'm fairly certain... Well, he has some ways of getting rid of... Oh, come on! Ah! Are you serious? Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Alright, so he's got no more thugs in the trash. However, Visionary just killed half of her health. We do not have... Oh my god, we got nothing in hand with Haka. Jeez. Absolutely nothing. Haka really likes to play Savage Mana with this, so he can eat the thugs and the underbosses. If you're gonna do that, it's important to remember to let at least 3 underbosses hit the trash. Ugh. Actually considering drawing 2. Yeah, I need to have something better than this. Dominion will help. It would have helped more this turn. Oh, jeez, this is not looking good. This is my second attempt. Oh, God. Visionary might die this round. Great. How do I get rid of this again? By playing villain cards, of course. This is my second go-around against this guy. I actually lost one. I may or may not put that up as like a bonus video. It wasn't that entertaining, to be honest. It wasn't actually that exciting. Oh, the contract. Well, second lowest should be one of his cards, thankfully. Let's look at the contract. Increase damage dealt to hero targets by 1. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest 2 projectile damage. Luckily, he can't get his thug out, and that Crooked Cop is now back to max HP. Undivided Attention. Can I please grab this card? No. Oh my gosh, they're not being very nice to me. Come on, come on. I'm just trying to look at the cards. Okay, well that was not good. Alright, Undivided Attention. If the operative is active, she deals the hero with the highest HP 4 melee damage. The chairman deals the hero with the highest HP 3 melee damage. Lots and lots and lots of damage. It is our second round. Visionary's almost dead, and we have basically 0 damage on the board. And he's got a really good board position right now. The Fence. Whenever a hero card is destroyed, both the chairman and the operative regain 3 HP. At the end of the villain turn, search the villain trash for a card named Thief. Put it into play. So let's look at the Hired Gun. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals each hero target 2 projectile damage. And where's the Thief? At the end of the villain turn, destroy a hero, ongoing, or equipment card. Not good. We like our ongoing and equipment cards. Wow, Fixer has nothing in his hand. Absolutely nothing. He has some damage, which isn't going to really help that much because we don't have a tool out. And no tools, and no way of getting any tools. So, let's see. I guess we're just gonna have to deal some damage. The question becomes, do you want to fight through the Crooked Cop? Because the deputy is just gonna summon him back. I think I have to try. Yeah, so the Crooked Cop's gone, meaning we have the rest of our round to get rid of the deputy, essentially. This game has not gone well. He is drawn brilliantly, and we have drawn nothing. Ugh, that doesn't necessarily mean we're dead in the water, but it's not looking good right now. Alright, can we pull this out? Gonna try. If we can get rid of the deputy this turn, we will be in a much better position. Getting rid of the contract is also very important. Deputy comes first because having damage reduction for all these guys is really a problem. I know I said that Fixer doesn't really care about having irreducible damage, and for the most part that is true. It would be nice right here, but it's not important enough that you need to be playing around that. Hopefully you should just be getting rid of the deputy. I hate Punish the Weak playing against the chairman, because it's entirely possible that you play it and then you either can't hit the target that's most pressing to hit, or you hit something and it doesn't die, and then your damage is lowered against everything else. Do I play Dominion? No, I think it's too important to take 2 targets out right now. Alright, we're gonna get the deputy and the contract. Those are the priorities right now. The fence is just gonna sit there and not do anything because he doesn't have any of his thieves out. Which, watch, he's gonna play one next turn. Remember, he can play thugs from the deck right now, which is not typically how it works, but because we've shuffled them into the deck, it is entirely possible that we might end up seeing one. Oof. Well, the good thing about Toxic Sludge is I think it is going to kill the fence, but it might also take out Visionary. Oh boy. Just in case you don't remember, the Ambitious Racketeer hits the targets with, or hits 3 heroes with 2 projectile damage. You get to pick. And now we're all gonna take 5 damage, except Legacy because he has a 1 point of damage reduction, and the Chairman because he's immune to damage. Alright. Oh, this is just each target with at least 5 HP, that's right. The fence doesn't have 5 HP, so he was immune. That's mildly annoying. Oh, this is really not looking good. The muscle we don't really care about, right? Well, it's not entirely true. He is dealing us damage. At the start of the villain turn, this card deals each hero target 2 melee damage, and he looks for Enforcers. Luckily, that's at the start, so if we can kill him this round, then it doesn't really matter. Here's Enforcers. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the lowest HP 4 melee damage unless their player discards a card. Not the most catastrophic. We did get dual crowbars, which is good. Whenever Mr. Fixer deals damage, he may deal that damage to one other target as well. Keep in mind, he may deal that damage. So, we're galvanized right now. If Fixer hits, let's say, the muscle for 1 damage, boosted to 2 by his style, boosted to 3 by legacy, then he deals 3 damage to another target, boosted by his style, boosted by legacy again. It's a little bit, it's not quite as straightforward as he just deals 2 damage to all. So watch. I'm going to hit the fence. Grease Monkey Fist is going to raise that 1 to 2. And then Galvanize is going to get it again. And then Dual Crowbars is going to get it again. So now we're at base 4. Okay, right, we're getting hit by the operative. So now he's going to deal 4 damage to the muscle, boosted by Grease Monkey Fist, boosted by legacy, boosted by himself, and that's pretty cool. Never a bad time for a bolster allies. It's a little bit too late for Savage Mana. That's not quite true. It still could be useful. Not that we got it. I would really like to get the muscle into the trash. Usually when it comes to those damage dealing guys, is this 1 or to all? Yeah, it's all. I would rather take the operative damage once than have to take this every turn. Visionary has no way of dealing damage right now. Alright, so do we want to control the villain deck or the environment right now? I think the villain deck. Okay. So here, he's got thugs that he can play from the trash. We know we don't want him to play Crooked Cop. We definitely don't want him to play the Informant. When a hero card is played, play the top card of the villain deck. This card, Perfect Human Specimen... I went over that too quickly. Let that sink in. When a hero card is played, play the top card of the villain deck. This is such a dangerous card. This goes with a card called I can't recall her name right now. I'll figure it out in a second. It's a card we haven't seen. But that Underboss, I think, is the most dangerous card in his deck. Perfect Human Specimens. The chairman regains 5 HP. If the operative is active, she regains 5 HP. I think we're just going to let him play that because he's going to flip next turn, and he's going to be at full, so that's kind of a waste of that card. It's kind of a shame that the operative's going to heal, but what are you going to do? Can we please get Savage Mana? Nope. Alright. Well, we've got another Brain Burn should we need it, but I don't know if Visionary's going to be alive long enough to play it, frankly. Alright, I am playing Dominion. We just need cards. I really would like Savage Mana. Alright, so get the muscle into the trash. We kind of get a bit of a breather now. It's going to turn into a damage race. How quickly can we kill the chairman before he has the chance to rebuild his board? That becomes the question. There's Savage Mana. Now that we don't really need it, but it's still nice to have it just in case something happens. Alright, let's use this to get rid of the Racketeer. Who can discard? Mr. Fixer can discard. We don't need this style. Someone else wants to discard too, because we want to get rid of the sludge as well. I'm actually considering keeping lead from the front around just in case. Suggestion might be nice, actually. Alright, well, the Visionary is going to get rid of this one because he has no ongoings, and we're not in a huge danger of our ongoings disappearing. So let's get rid of the Racketeer. Bye-bye. You were around from turn 1. There's a card. Alright. Haka of Battle could be nice here. Falling Statuary. Lovely. I hate Rook City. It is entirely likely that we're about to lose a hero right now. It's probably going to be Fixer. Alright, we knew that was coming. The Broker. There she is. At the start of the villain turn, play the top card of the villain deck. At the end of the villain turn, search for the informant. Can't let that stand. Which is unfortunate, because now it's a big old damage race to get the chairman. But the Broker does need to die. I guess we'll just play that. There's no... Just in case we haven't seen this yet, increase all damage dealt to Mr. Fixer and by Mr. Fixer by 2. There's no good reason to use that, because we can't really do... Well... How likely is Mr. Fixer to die next turn anyway? Because it wouldn't really do that much good instead of, like, on top of just playing a card. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not going to kill the Broker, so I'm going to hit the chairman and use the second 5. Oh, no, because it's his nemesis. I'm going to use that damage to kill the Broker. And if I'd had Bloody Knuckles there, I would have just died. Let me see. What good are Fixer's powers on the flip side? Put an equipment into one player may draw, destroy. Well, I guess we'll use him for card draw. Fixer is not going to survive another turn. He's not going to take the damage again because he already took it. So actually no. I'm going to do that in reverse order because I want to do more damage to... What just happened? I think I reset to a point that I wasn't expecting? Then I'm gonna take... Oh, because I played the overdrive card. Ay, there I go, not paying attention again. You guys know how it goes with me. Okay, now I get to use the power one more time. So I'm going to hit the operative first, so I end up doing more damage to the chairman. Okay. Pretty solid last turn for Fixer. We're in a bad position, but so are they. That's kind of how these matches go against the chairman. You're never really going to have an overwhelming victory against him. It is still Sentinels, so that does happen sometimes, but for the most part, you are meant to be absolutely on your last leg by the time you get this guy down. I'm actually amazed that Visionary is still alive. What can I have you play that's not going to be a problem? I think I'm actually going to have him play the Broker again. Because the Broker is a low HP card that doesn't do anything until the start of the next turn. And I'm going to get this Crooked Cop out of the trash just in case. I would have loved to be able to control the environment there, but at this point, it is more important to make sure that the chairman doesn't build his board back up. Much like Voss, he does have a card that can take all the underbosses from out of the trash. Alright, I'm gonna have Haka draw, because I'm actually thinking of letting him use Haka of Battle this turn. All that rifling through his deck to get a Savage Mana that never came might end up being useful here. Let's see. Okay. I'm just gonna throw it all away. I'm kind of working under the assumption right now that none of us have a next turn coming. We're all on borrowed time. So I'm just gonna use everything I have now and believe that I am set up enough to deal with it next turn, whatever comes. I'm fairly certain, especially with this, the chairman is going to get one more turn, and then he's probably done for. Oh, nope, he's done now. So now all we gotta do is kill the operative. The operative does hit us for killing the chairman. However, the chairman does not have an opposite side power. Ground Pound is not going to work because we don't have the cards to discard for it. Twisting Back Alleys, that's damage reduction, right? Yeah. I'm actually just going to let that stand right now. Because we know what card he's playing next. He's playing the Broker. Or she's playing the Broker. I suppose the chairman's not here anymore. Yeah, well, because of that, Fixer gets to live another day. This time, nah, I'm just going to play Overdrive again. I don't really like the Bloody Knuckles card, because it goes away at the start of your turn, but it doesn't let you play another card. So, let's just do this. Broker first. I have every confidence that we will either kill the operative or the Broker before that thing can go off, and I want to do more damage to the operative. In fact, I think we've got the Broker now with the second usage of that power. You can see here, this is a taste of how powerful Mr. Fixer can be. It's just, he still has all the weaknesses we talked about. Doesn't have any card draw, doesn't have a way of searching for tools. You're really at the mercy of whatever his deck feels like doing. There's Harmony, right at the end of the game when we don't need it. I guess we'll go for Danger Sense. Lead from the front doesn't feel very useful right now because we're all basically in the same kind of situation, and we've almost got her, let's be honest. Alright, what's nasty? Oh, we were actually gonna get a helpful card anyway. Alright. Let's just get cards for Haka. Maybe we can play Ground Pound. No, I don't think so. You have to discard 2 for that. Yeah, that's alright. We're not gonna need it. Would have been a nice card to see earlier in the game. Ugh. Haka was able to do what he needed to do in the end because of Haka of Battle, but he really just was not performing like what we needed. But it looks like we're gonna pull. Pull through, which is surprising. I actually wasn't expecting to win this battle. All right, there's Dr. Trema. She's good. We like her. Let's just let that sit. Oof. All right, so Tony's coming, but that means we get rid of a Scum and Villainy. Very good. That also means we know we get one more turn of the environment being safe, which is nice because now it's playing more cards. Lighted Streets, we should be okay with that, honestly. She's not going to be dealing us any damage anymore unless we kill underbosses or thugs, which I suppose is a possibility. Alright, Harmony. Normally I would say maybe I could use one of these guys to do a combo, but we can't. They're immune to our damage. Things are calm right now. but they don't necessarily have to stay that way, so I am going to do everything that I can to get rid of the operative. This is a bit of a calm before a storm. If we can weather it, that would have been a nice card to see this turn. If we can weather the storm, then we'll be okay. If she plays a jailbreak, which puts all the underbosses back into play... Let me see. I'm actually thinking I might use this brain burn. That said, then she could still play something off the top of the deck, so I'm gonna play a suggestion. I'm gonna put the broker back in. And there's no more thugs in here, so I guess it doesn't really matter what I put back into the deck. Undivided attention. Let's see here. If Haka could get another Haka of Battle, that would be really nice. I think I'm actually gonna play the Ground Pound next turn, because why not? No, I'm gonna play Ground Pound, so I'm gonna let that stand. There's the Ground Pound. Come on. And let's see, how much damage will that do? 3? I think we've got her pretty safely next round, especially since we can't take any damage right now. So regardless of what the environment or the villain throws at us, we can just move past it. Ooh, that's actually gonna hit her, I think. Oh no, never mind. No, again, I'm gonna let that sit. Oh, jeez, okay. I don't think we're gonna see either of those. I don't think we're gonna get another round. Alright. And according to Tony, it actually wouldn't have been so bad if she'd played that. Well, then again, it's just as well that she didn't get to heal. There's the broker. I don't even think we need to take out the broker. I think we can just kill her. In fact, Slim himself might be able to do it. Now I am going to play the Bloody Knuckles last turn. That should do it, actually. I'll hit the broker first. Why not? Oh, I know why not. Because we don't want to... No, we can take the operative damage. It's fine. Someone will survive. Also, we have Ground Pound. God, I gotta stop losing track of my own cards. This is why I don't play Magic the Gathering. Alright, we did it. That almost didn't happen. But we got it. And that's the Chairman. This, believe it or not, will not be our easiest battle against the Chairman because I already explained I had some handicap set up, and his advanced condition actually does not make him harder. But before we can get to that, we've got to get to what I think of as the final boss of this expansion. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Sentinels of the Multiverse, the video game Rook City Edition, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode for the Matriarch. Bye-bye!